Hey everyone, James here. Today I wanted to give you a little run through of an aquarium I set up a few weeks back, which is behind me right here. I haven't done any sort of aquascaping video or anything like that, but I'm really excited about this aquarium, so I thought I'd give you a bit of a run through of what's inside it, what kind of tech or gear I'm using on it as well, and yeah, what sort of livestock is in it, so let's check it out. Alright then, so as you can see, this tank here is a small one that I got from B&M a few years back now. It was set up as a planted one not so long back, but the plants all sort of died off and it became an absolute mess of plant debris and stuff, but the substrate was still intact and there was still water in there and stuff, so I've upcycled the aquarium, if you will, added a new sort of lease of life to it and sort of come up with this sort of flooded forest kind of blackwater type tank. It's not based on any specific location in, say, the Amazon rainforest, for example, but it's just using various different types of botanicals and plants to make some sort of blackwater aquascape, really. On top, I've got a small little LED by Nicrew. It's a light I'm currently testing out at the moment, which seems to be working really well. I've got this monstrosity of a heater here from a company called Hugger. I did a review on this a while back. It's a decent enough heater, but aesthetically it looks like a giant block is in your tank there. And as you can see, for filtration in the back there, which there's a little yellow shrimp grazing on, is a sponge filter. In terms of livestock, I've got 4 neon tetras in here. Now, I understand that this tank is too small for these long term, so they're only in here just whilst they grow out. I mean, they're only tiny little ones at the moment, but once they are, I will be moving them to my big Amazonian tank right here, which yeah, they'll have plenty of room to swim around in. But for the meantime, they can stay in there. They're quite happy enough at the moment so far, sort of grazing around. Like I said, there's a few yellow or orange Sakura shrimp in here at the moment, and they are absolutely loving life with all the botanicals to graze on and various other dirt and detritus and biofilms and what have you. In terms of plant life, as this is some sort of blackwater type-esque escape, there's not really many plants. I've just got a small one here, which is just a cutting from another tank down there, and also this lotus bulb, which I'm hoping is going to grow out. I haven't really had much success with these bulbs at the moment, so I'm hoping just with limited competition it might grow out really well and sort of cover the top of the water there, which would be pretty cool. I understand it may look like a mess to most people, but as you can see, all this white fur on here is called biofilm. Now, this is a natural and normal thing to happen both in your aquariums and in the wild. When wood goes and gets submerged in water, this sort of fungus grows on them, and it's actually really beneficial to the ecosystem of the aquarium, and it's also free food for fish and shrimp. Absolutely go wild for the stuff. So as you can see, a lot on this bonsai wood here, there's loads of biofilm, and on these pods and banana stems there as well, they're just looking really cool at the moment. It's going for a bit of a biofilm explosion, which is absolutely awesome. In terms of other botanicals, we've got some alder cones there, some oak leaves, there's a sort of a date palm in the back there, and I've also got this other palm there as well, which is really cool. It just sort of gives it a nice sort of background effect to it, and I'm hoping, so once the aquarium matures and maybe even the plants sort of start to grow in to cover this monstrosity in the right hand side there, then this aquarium's going to look really cool as it matures. And I'm just going to keep adding botanicals and various other bits and pieces as it goes on. On the bottom, I am using a substrate of tetra active soil, I believe it's called. Seems to be doing the job. It's more for planted aquariums, I know, but this one again was a planted tank at one point, so it's just a substrate I had about, and it sort of gives a nice natural look. If it was a riverbed, it would look pretty cool like that, murky. In terms of the sort of water quality at the moment, I've just cleaned the glass, so you probably will notice that there's a lot of dirt flying around in it. One thing we are noticing with this aquarium starting to mature is algae. Slightly the lights are being on too long, to be honest, but yeah, it's starting to go green in certain areas of the wood, mainly towards the top, so you can see the light is probably getting to the botanicals more at the top there. And obviously there was a bit of dead Java moss on this piece of wood, and this is how resilient Java moss is. It's started to grow back already, so I would imagine once that takes flight, it's going to make this aquarium look pretty cool as well, so I'm actually quite excited about that. One footnote is that aquariums don't often look fantastic once they have matured a little bit, and this is a great example of this. It was looking absolutely pristine when I first put all the bits in, but you can see after a few weeks of it being set up, and when nature starts to take its course, then it starts to mature in different ways. And this is the reality of aquascaping and aquarium. I feel it's always important to show this because on a lot of channels, including myself, like when you do setup videos, they look glorious and fantastic to start with, but after a while they do change. Overall, from a distance on this rack, this aquarium stands out really well. I love blackwater aquariums, as anyone on this channel knows. It looks just awesome. This next to it is a saltwater tank. It's a bit covered in algae at the moment, which is why the lights are off, because it's maturing, but it does look pretty awesome in contrast to this aquarium. Yeah, so I'm really happy about it at the moment. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
And until next time, you stay safe.